on everybody, Michael here. Welcome back to another episode of Technoid. Today we've got a very special set of videos coming for you this Black Friday, and I've got a lot of recommendations for this Black Friday, and I want to start with the first one that I promised that I was going to do a review at the end of the summer. I never got to it in time. I apologize in advance for the lateness, but with that being said, I wanted to talk to you guys about the BeatBot Aquasense 2. Now, if you haven't seen my comparison video of the Aquasense 2 as well as two other of the competitors that are all listed in the description, definitely check it out. Definitely check that video out because it basically kind of helps to fill in a lot of gaps that we're going to talk about in this video that I'm going to kind of swiftly brush over, but I'm not exactly going to. But I wanted to highlight this product because this is one of the fewer accessories that I think you should grab during the Black Friday sales. And with Black Friday really approaching very shortly, there is a very, very good deal right now on the Aquasense 2. And I just wanted to highlight it with a review and leave a link in the description. But you could also pick this up at any time. And I absolutely think that it is Aquasense's definitely one of the better model ends. BeatBot has really come into their own with the pool cleaning side. And this Aquasense 2 is basically a huge update to the previous Aquasense robot. Now, I have had the Aquasense Pro, now I have the Aquasense 2, and for the most part, while it isn't as powerful as the standard Pro version, it is a very good robot. And we're gonna talk about all the things it does right and some of the things that it doesn't do, but we're gonna get to all that. So first things first to talk about is the design. Now, the design is a semi-refreshed design. It has more of a symmetrical shape, but it also has a few improvements on the robot that I actually think needs to be talked about. For starters, the biggest upgrade is that the sides of the robot now have buffer pieces. This is in case the robot is near any of the surfaces and it could get scratched. This helps to prevent scratching. So it's a nice little subtle detail that they added in there that helps keep the durability and longevity of the robots, which is something that my first Aquasense Pro could not do because of all the scratches. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that it does do a very, very good job in terms of being portable and lightweight. It does have a nice cleaning basket inside, and also it has two standard modes. You have quick mode, you've got the sides of the walls, and then you have the floor, and then you have basically the mode that combines both of them. Now, the battery life during my summer testings, I found around 4.5 hours. If you put it on eco mode, it can go several days without charging. Of course, it does support the wireless charging on the dock, which I also think is a great positive because it beats having to plug it in. And also, it does take a slightly long time to charge up, but if they do add quick charging to these robots, I think that that is something that I would like to see in the future. On top of that, it also has several different emitter colors to tell if the robot is full with the basket, as well at the bottom of the grill, it has all the scrubbers and the fins and everything to suck up the dirt and the debris to help make the pool experience a lot more smooth and easier. So when it comes to the design and the overall package of the robot, it is absolutely, without a doubt, a very well built robot and something that is absolutely high in quality. Now let's get to the main stuff, the cleaning. Now, I was really impressed in my comparison video with the BeatBot Aquasense 2's cleaning capabilities, but on its own, without comparing it to the competitors, it does a very solid job. It is phenomenally very, very good. It goes in a nice traditional pattern and also can break up the pattern to help at the bottom. It does have the ultrasonic AI enhancements as well as the LiDAR sensors around the robot to help map out the pool, which I think is really, really nice. Another cool feature that it has is when it's done cleaning, it helps to kind of park itself at the side of the pool, and basically it'll send a notification to your phone that the thing is done. Here, come pick it up, we gotta go. And the cleaning process is very good. It does a really nice job of really scrubbing the bottom floor. The sides of the pool were very well done, although there were a couple of spots that it did miss on the first initial side, but it did make up for it in its speed and durability. I also found that even though my pool is on the slightly bigger side, it was still able to handle everything that it did. It did a really good job with leaves. Now, of course, it doesn't have the capability to float at the top and be like a skimmer like the Pro or the Ultra model, But with that being said though, it was still able to do a great job of collecting almost all of the leaves and all of the debris that fell to the bottom of the pool. And also, one of the biggest things that I hate is the earth. The earth is so fine and it's so annoying, and the Aquasense did a very good job of picking up smaller particles, and that is in par thanks to the basket. Cleaning the basket is relatively easy. You just take it out, you rinse it off, and you're good to go. It doesn't really require any extra steps. The basket does hold a decent amount, but I would have liked for a little bit more space. But again, with a smaller, compact size, that's what you're gonna get. Now again, the only negatives that I have is really just the ultimate, like, you know, certain areas of the bottom of the pool that it can miss, especially along like the crease side. There's like little indents on the side, and sometimes it can get it, sometimes it can't. But it does a really, really well job. And compared to the Aquasense Pro, the first gen, the Aquasense 2 definitely does a better job of mapping out the pool and also docking itself when it's done. So all in all, when it comes to the cleaning, excellent job. Now, of course, we get to the app support. And the app support is, again, your standard BeatBot app support, which is top-notch. You have the ability to update your firmware, you have the ability to park the robot, you have the ability to see how it mapped out the pool, you could set the different modes inside of the app. Also, you can also do several other things inside of the app, and the app does feel a lot more refined for the newer model, and I really, really like the overall quality of the app, especially with BeatBot, and I think that they did a phenomenal job redesigning some parts of it, giving it more graphical interfaces, and also its communication abilities with the robot. Now, of course, when the robot is underwater, you cannot communicate with the app, but when it's parked and ready to go, then you can communicate with it. So all in all, the app support is top-notch. So overall, what do I think of the Aquasense 2? Well, listen, this is not a product that the everyday person can buy. I know it's on the pricey side, but even with the Black Friday discount, it is an expensive product. But think about what you're getting. You're getting a wireless all-in-one robot with AI enhancements, with the LiDAR sensors on the side, the ultrasonic sounds, basically just the scanners to help map out the pool. You're getting an all-in-one, so that means there's no wire. You just dock it in and it recharges. You don't have to worry about fidgeting with different wires. You don't have to fish around with different things. And also you're getting a very, very good quality robot made by a company who is specialized and keeps improving every single year. Now, of course, the Aquasense 2 is made for more standard pools, not similar to like what you guys saw in my pool, but it still did a fabulous job, even though it was a bigger pool than it should have been able to clean. And I think that that goes to the testament of the motor and also the suction power that the Aquasense 2 has. And I definitely think if you have the money and if you're looking to get an all-in-one robot cleaner, this is the time to do it, because the price is going to be as best as it's going to be right now. And honestly, it's a very good robot for the mass majority of the general consumers. So if you have a pool and you're looking for long-term investment, the Aquasense 2 is definitely a long-term investment, and I definitely recommend it, and I will leave a link in the description so you guys can check it out. And again, this is a little bit more of a quicker and sharper review, but if you want a more in-detail look, you can take a look at my comparison video. We go into a little bit more details. But again, guys, that's my review of the Aquasense 2. I think it's a great robot, and I think that it is something you should absolutely consider, especially if you're looking for something on Black Friday. So now that you've heard my review, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of BeatBot and the Aquasense lineup that they have? If you want to see more reviews on the Aquasense robots, make sure to subscribe, because there might be in the future. Never know. But with that being said, take care, everybody. Have a good day, and peace.